Taurus. Today we're going to look at August 23rd, 2025, and that's the new moon in Virgo. And if you enjoy this reading, please subscribe and tell me what you enjoyed about this reading. And I love to read your comments, and I thank you if you already are subscribers. So let's get right into it. So the number for this day is 22, and 22 is a master number, and it's a master builder. It's a visionary power grounded in real world success. So for Taurus, this is about turning your dreams into tangible stability. You're being called to choose wisely, act from alignment, and trust that slow and steady can still be deeply transformational. So you may feel pulled in multiple directions, especially around money and business or life purpose. So today urges you to zoom out, ask what you're truly building, and make decisions that support long-term abundance, not just short-term comfort. In astrology, the new moon activates your fifth house of creativity and romance, pleasure, and self-expression. It's a sacred reset around what brings you joy in your life, and whether you're giving yourself permission to fully enjoy it. So the sun and the moon, because it's a new moon, are in Virgo, and that's your fifth house. And that's going to talk about creativity, joy, and expression. You're being called to refine what joy looks like in your life. This may include redefining romance and creative passion, or how you express your individuality. So you might decide to reinvest in an old hobby, have a heart-to-heart with a romantic partner, or make space for more play and spontaneity in your schedule. Mercury, it's retrograde, and it's also in the fifth house, your Virgo. So it's going to talk about reflection on expression. So you might revisit old ideas, past crushes, or forgotten passions. There's magic in returning to something that once sparked joy. So this time you'll do it with a new perspective. So you could reopen a creative project you abandoned, or hear from someone who once mattered deeply. What comes back now does so with purpose. Here's Venus. So Venus is in Leo, your fourth house. That's going to talk about home, roots, and emotional foundations. So Venus asks you to beautify and nurture your emotional life. What brings you peace at home? And what does emotional safety feel like? So you might redecorate your space, plan a cozy family gathering, or recognize that a relationship needs deeper warmth to truly survive. Now here's Mars, and Mars is in Gemini, your second house. That's going to talk about value and income and confidence. So Mars fires up your drive for financial independence and stability, but also asks you to stay mentally agile. So you might start exploring new streams of income, or finally get serious about financial planning. A money conversation you've avoided may come to the forefront. Let's look at the tarot cards. And this is the Six of Pentacles, and it says, reap what you sow. So the Six of Pentacles talks about balance in giving and receiving, generosity and support. So this card speaks to the flow of energy, particularly around money and time and emotional investment. So are you giving too much or not enough? Are your relationships reciprocal? So you may realize that a relationship or work dynamic feels one-sided, or you may be given an opportunity to receive the help you've been reluctant to ask for. So this card reminds you, balance is generous both ways. Oh, wait, now here's your advice. Ask yourself where the scales are tipped. Generosity without boundaries, it depletes you, and receiving without gratitude disconnects you. So align with the true exchange of value. The next is the Seven of Cups, and that says, today I choose to. Okay? The Seven of Cups talks about choices and illusion, daydreams versus reality. So the Seven of Cups shows a moment of dreaming, brainstorming, and fantasizing, but also warns against overwhelm and illusion. Not every option is aligned with your truth. So you might feel torn between multiple career paths, love interests, or lifestyle options. But paralysis sets in when you try to pursue all at once. So this card asks you to pause and feel which vision calls your name deeply. So here's your advice. Every option has a price and a payoff. Don't chase sparkle, chase resonance. Clarity comes when you quiet the noise. Then we have the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles says, capable of anything. Wow. So that talks about stability, wealth, and practical mastery. So the King is the embodiment of Taurus energy. That's abundant and calm and responsible and rooted. He builds legacies by showing up every day. So this card is your reminder. You are capable of thriving. So here's an example. You may be stepping into a leadership role or making big financial decisions or redefining what success looks like on your terms, not someone else's. So here's your advice. Think long term. Embody the energy of someone who knows their worth and is willing to work for what they value. This is mastery, measured, grounded, and powerful. Now, I'll never get these straight. Now, let's talk about how this day affects Taurus sun, moon, and rising. So Taurus sun, you're focused on building a life that reflects your values, not just what looks good from the outside. So today is about choosing wisely and acting with grounded confidence. So you may make a big decision about a job or relationship or creative path that reflects what you really, really, really want, not what others expect of you. Taurus moon. Emotionally, you seek security and peace, but not at the cost of your potential. You're learning to balance comfort with growth and dreams with decisions. You might reflect on how you've held yourself back out of fear of instability and realize it's time to take a leap, but with a safety net of preparation. Taurus rising. You're presenting yourself with more clarity and power. You may feel called to update how you dress, speak, or move through the world to reflect your maturity and vision. So others may notice a calm strength in you, a new level of confidence that says, I know where I'm going and I've earned this. Here's a summary for what this day means to Taurus. So this new moon is about thoughtful manifestation and practical wisdom. It invites you to balance giving and receiving, sift through your options with discernment, and step into your abundant, grounded power. So the Six of Pentacles reminds you to honor balance in exchange, so emotionally, financially, and energetically. Seven of Cups urges clarity amidst temptation and fantasy. And the King of Pentacles crowns you with the power to build, lead, and prosper in your own way. So here's the real life takeaway. Reassess where you're overthinking or resisting support. Narrow your options to what actually aligns with your long-term peace, and lead your life like someone who knows their worth and lives it every day. So here's the advice for Taurus on this day. Don't rush the decision, but don't delay your power either. Choose what supports your legacy, your wellness, and your truth. The harvest is coming, and you are its steady, sovereign keeper. Thank you, Taurus, and I hope to see you in your next reading. Here's Mars. Nope. No, it's not. Look at that. Can I read? That's not Mars. Here we go. There. Now, the Seven of Cups. And that says, hi, I'll help that. Now, today. Okay. Boom. Okay, so, but also warns against overwhelming, but also warns, but, hello, talkie too much today. Okay, we'll start again.